ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And that's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. I'm on top, number you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strike. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man we all shout proper.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. I need to turn the volume down on my phone. I think I can hear the volume. I am still trying to recover from this bloody bug that I've got. I actually went downhill yesterday again. The nose started running again. I don't understand it. I'm back to where I was on Christmas Day, except I've got a bit more of a cough again. But anyway, that's my problems out of the way. Welcome to 2025 here on VP4TV. We have the match that's going to take either one of these guys through to meet Matt in the semi-final. The winner, of course, of that match will play semi-pro in the final of the 2024 Virtual Black Ball World Championships. We've got 4 minutes to go before the room goes up. It's a race to 9, remember, so it is short. Let me just bring the game up. The other news is Steve has been told in no uncertain terms that he is not going to be here. He is otherwise engaged, and that's straight from the top floor. That's what he was told. So Steve won't be joining us. One quick thing to check I think at the last time I checked, this is a schedule for this tournament. You can see there's obviously just a one match on today. The 10 ball on the 10 footer, which starts in the 15th of the month, I think, there are still 4 spots left. Now, I thought that would be full long before now, but there's still plenty of time, another fortnight to get in. And there's a good mix of players already in. All the big guns are in. Excuse me. I'm going to have to be doing a lot of this as well, muting the mic while I have a coughing fit. I think I'm okay as long as I don't talk. That's the bloody problem. It starts getting tickly. I see all the big guns are in and Stubb is in as well. But room for another 4. So I wonder if I'm going to hold out here. We got predictions for the winner. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Rob. Good luck to Coldest Pillow. Get out the stream. Welcome to Slim. And anybody else that's watching. Well, Stubb always says he's done with World Championships and then he enters the next one. Because it's the only way he's ever going to win one, the more that he plays in. He'll never give up. Well, 2007 I started live streaming on YouTube. We're now in 2025. First of all, the big surprise is I'm still alive. Secondly, it's taken a hell of a long time to get to 1,000 subscribers, so it is. Just because I don't do all the young kid stuff. And it's pretty boring when you're watching a game that you don't understand how to play for most people. Welcome to Cobra. And, well, the task for Coldest Pillow is not to get carried away. If things go against him early on, you've just got to hang in there. It's the usual advice, you know, but don't contribute to your own downfall. That's what you don't want to do. If you get a bad roll of the ball, then that happens. But you don't want to be the contributor to it. Above all, you've got to take advantage of anything that comes your way. Welcome to Mark. That's more than a week I've had this, and I'm actually almost as bad as what I was on Christmas Day. Sorry, I've muted myself again to when I had a coughing fit there and I forgot to unmute myself. So Albie's won the lag. Something went in. Well, he's not exactly sitting in a great position here. He's got nothing that's simple. Red obviously goes into the side, but that's about it. In fact, he hasn't got anything else at all here. And not only that, He's got the problem the left-hand side with the red. Yellow blocking it for the corner pocket in this left side. So we've got one prediction for Albinario. I think it could be 9-7, but I don't know who to, because I'm sitting on the fence. Well, there's an opportunity there. Albinario misses his red, although again there's a little bit of clever movement required here by Coldest Pillow. In fact, he doesn't need to bump anything here as long as he gets the right order with these yellows up top. You would think that, provided he gets onto that one and he could roll through, he could take that one down in the corner. Mute time again. I do apologise, I never hit the right mute button there. Drink a bit of drink. Well, he's not really got there. He's still got the shot down the rail here, but this is to me, this is a clincher. He gets this, he should be out. That's too soon to the rail. But Albinario is the one that's now got work to do. Nothing. And again, Albie's way off the mark here. Coldest Pillow should be pouncing all over this. Missed that by the country mile. Maybe he's been on some of that Swedish vodka or whatever the hell it is they drink up there. Watch the cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, there's a disaster. First one of 2025. Oh, but now I actually, I'm about to go again. But I actually, I've went in cycles here. I had it all through Christmas. The 3 days I told you that I was not well at all, and then I had a good night's sleep. I had no sleep for like 3 days. I had a good night's sleep. And then my nose dried up, but then the cough started. I could feel my chest building up, as it normally does when I get a bad one. And I can live with that. And then last night, I started getting bloody sniffly nose again. And I'm back to square one, except now I've got the cough, which came after I had the runny nose the first time round in Christmas week. It's bloody stupid, this. It might be some dose of COVID that I've got. I think I've had most diseases in my lifetime in terms of COVID bugs. Probably I've probably had a good number of them. Well, it's looking very likely here that Albinario is going to get out. Now, don't forget that, well, there's a mistake again. That's the third one. How many opportunities are you going to need, Coldest Pillow? Because Albinario doesn't do this. Watch the cue ball. Around the corner and out. Well, he's overcut it. Would you believe it? Well, I think that this... you don't want to have nightmares at the end of this match, thinking about what happened in the first rack, but my goodness. It might be a new strain. You're right enough, Slim. I'll tell you, it's sending me down. See, every time I talk now, I can feel I want to cough. Hang on a minute. Right, there we go. Well, that's a rack loss there for Coldest Pillow, by far and away. I mean, 3 opportunities, all gone. And Albinario gets off the hook, big time. Well, I think a yellow ball's gone in. Again, this table, let's have a look. Right, if you take the red and bump the yellow, you can get the red, I think. So that deals with that problem there. The biggest problem would be getting the line on this red where he is now. So he's going to leave that one now that he's got, well, I don't know whether he will or he won't, but that's a good line. I mean, he can pot that and stop it and still take that one and roll through. Well, he's a bit short. If he was playing for the one on the right-hand side, he's still got the bailout in the middle. That'll do. Oh dear, hang on a minute. Well, the biggest problem here is getting into the gap to play this one and leaving a shot in that one, and I don't think he's done either. And all he's done is tidy the table up for Albinario. Now, is it wise to actually try and play that red up the table? That's the one that's blocking that yellow. I don't know that that was the best move. I think he should have kicked the other red. Because all he's done there is just cleared the path for Albinario. He should have let Albinario clear that path, or at least get the cue ball onto that yellow. And although he couldn't see this red, he could easily have kicked at it and still left that problem red up there for Albinario to deal with. And I don't know that that was the wisest move that Coldest Pillow's ever going to do. Yes, Mark, it was, I think I saw on the board at the front of the store, I think it said something like probably 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I think it was open today. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that shot that Coldest Pillow played, opening up that rail there for Albinario, was a poor shot choice. And now he's paying the price for a poor shot choice, as well as not taking opportunities in that first rack. 2-0 down. Albinario's break in rack number 3 has given him a ball. But we'll get a bit of a problem. Albinario's now, he's made like what, three mistakes in that first rack that didn't cost him. And he's just playing for position there. Coldest Pillow's got a bit of an ugly mess. Again, he'd probably be wiser to just try and better the position of something of his balls here, because I don't believe that continuing to pot the balls is going to do him much good, because he's got that yellow up the top there that's not any good to him at all. Now that's not bad. Albie's not got a pot on. Well, when I say he's not got a pot, he could kick down that right rail and knock the one in over the top right-hand corner. He could have tried that if he was game enough. Well, that ball that he's playing's, you know, ready in the middle of the table. And that's not really going to help him a great deal. There's one red in the short rail at the bottom here, goes in no problem. And if Albinario gets the right angle, he could probably bump that yellow out of the way. Well, that's the favour that Coldest Pillow was wanting for that yellow, because that's taking the yellow into the table. But the problem is that somebody is about to make the move here in a minute, and it's more than likely going to be Albinario. Well, that keeps that red fairly adjacent to the yellow. But the red goes into the middle pocket anyway. And this leaves Albinario with one issue at this bottom right-hand side of the table. But, like I said earlier, he has a red that's on this short rail that's handy enough to try and clear the situation in this bottom right-hand side. I think he's a bit too straight in this red, by the way. Looks far too straight. Yeah, absolutely bolt straight, so he can only just stop the cue ball here. Not much else he can do. He could have done with stopping it a bit further out, though. Well, at least he's got an angle to go forward. But this is a clincher here in a minute. And whether he can just drop behind that, and that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, this is not the start that you need if you're Coldest Pillow and you're trying to take down a multiple virtual world champion who's been there, done it, got the t-shirt multiple times. And this is still tricky. There is nothing that's a gimme in this table. And the 8-ball, as you mentioned as well, Cobra, is not sitting perfect either. It's blocked to the side, blocked to the corner, blocked to the other corner, I think. You know, well, it will go, but I mean, you don't want to be really playing that, do you? That's a good shot. Well, Coldest Pillow better be on his toes here, because this is tough. If this goes short to the rail at any point, it ain't going in. It's going to hit the yellow, so Coldest Pillow has got to be all over this like a rash, but don't go overexcited. It looks an easy enough table. But it's amazing the numptiness that goes on when you're not thinking what you're doing. You know, something where you just play a sloppy, lazy shot and you don't get the cue ball there. Well, it would have been looking pretty dire at 3-0 down early on in the match. Scoreboard looks a lot better now. So Albinario has made his fair share of unforced errors. On that one, Coldest Pillow capitalised on it. Watch the cue ball. Well, this table looks pretty good to me right off the bat here. He's had a ball. You've got a red over the corner where his cue ball is. He may well look at taking reds here, considering there's a red pretty adjacent to the 8 ball. So once again, you should be getting this image in your head of exactly where you're going. I keep saying it. You must know where you're going before you move. You must know what your next ball is, how you're getting there. Now, obviously, what you want is a fairly straightish, maybe just off-angle red here, where it allows you to hold the cue ball or move it slightly to get a good line in this to get on this 8 ball. Because you don't want to be messing into this short side here, trying to get the 8 into the other corner. That can be a disaster. It's not cut and dried. And already he's going to have to tweak this a wee bit. Well, got the bump. I thought he was going to run forward there. Now he's got too much angle here. But he's managed to hold it. That's very well done. Now, what does he do? Does he come back and play it in the same pocket? Leaving it a wee bit short. Get this to square the match. And panic over. Cue ball stays on the table just. Albi's got a couple of balls. Well, looking at the 2 reds in this bottom corner here, you would have thought that'd be one reason for taking the reds. The problem for Albinario is he's not in a red. He's got nothing but yellows round about him. I don't think he's got a shot. Well, yes, you could say he's got that into the side, but you don't want to play that. But he's got nothing else. This is ugly. Well, that's a bit of a cut as well, but he's got it, I think. That was very, very well done. So now that he's taken the yellows, you can see where his problem lies. And the other problem being that red up the rail is the obvious blocker for trying to drop down on the bottom side of this yellow and playing it up table. So there's a major problem here that he's going to have to deal with. Quick mute while I cough again. Well, he's hampered, obviously, for the yellow into the side. But that's only keeping him at the table. It's not doing anything that's going to allow him to deal with this problem yellow. He's trying to get below or do something. Well, he's at a point now where I think he's got to go all out. I don't know whether that... Would you not have been better taking that one? Well, Coldest Pillow has a great opportunity to take the lead here after a dodgy start. But Albinario was always going to have that major problem with that yellow ball where it was sitting. This is going to have to be a combo. Well, again, this red really needs to go into the side, yeah, and get the cue ball out of there. Just overdone it. I could keep saying you've got to have a touch like a feather with this cue ball. You go too low in that cue ball, it's going to fizz up. With a good recovery shot. So 3 in a row for Coldest Pillow. And Coldest Pillow's break definitely looks dry, which is what you don't want as a follow-up. And it's going to be reds here for Albinario without a shadow of a doubt. Reds all the way. There isn't a problem in the table. And he's going to be out here unless it's a howler of a mistake. He's going to be back all square. Wants to get that one in the inside sooner rather than later. Needs to keep going. He's got to watch how this cue ball comes off this yellow as well. Things could end up double kissing. The yellow could end up somehow landing on top of the 8 balls. Anything can happen. So now his problem is that he's got to get down to the bottom half of the table here. That doesn't go past those 2 yellows into this corner, so he's got to get to the bottom half of the table for that into the side. And he's got to jack up probably to try and avoid hitting this yellow, or can he skim past it? Yeah, he is jacking up. We've got to go bottom half. He's had a bump. Well, he's got away with it, sort of. Well, as long as he dealt with that red that he's just played, he was always going to be out. Because tables like that, you just cannot refuse. And that's, of course, on Coldest Pillow's break. So Albinario all square. A ball has gone in, I think. 8 balls gone in as well. So re-rack. Yellow eventually goes in. Well, where do you start here? 2 problems this side here, regardless of what set of balls you go for. Either way, you've got a problem. Well, welcome and a happy new year to Matt, and in a spying mission. So Albinario commits to the reds, and quite clearly there's his problem. Now, this would be a good time to nudge that down the rail and just get it into a better position. Because it'll take a hell of a visit for Coldest Pillow to run out. We'll settle for that. Well, you know what Stubb would be doing here. He'd be banging balls and accidentally knock the 8 ball in. That's the danger of trying to bang a crosshair like that, as you could knock the 8 ball in. Now, to me, you've got to use a wee bit more sort of spin rather than power to try and manoeuvre that cue ball there. But the problem was also there was traffic in the way. And not only that, Coldest Pillow's now nailed a yellow to the rail below that 8 ball. And Albinario's got all his balls available. So again, unless he makes a mistake, that might be it though. He might have actually wanted that red into the side first. I think that's not gone according to plan. I mean, he's obviously got the bailout red, but he's got to get back onto this red, which is the problem. And now he's covered himself with the one up top. See how easy it is to get in trouble. He's got a very thin cut on that red up top, but you can't see the other one. Where's the cue ball ending up? Well, that'll do it. That's the proper bump that you want. So the potential for that going astray there has been recovered. And I think he's a bit straight here though. I know he's got a slight angle. So Albinario now applies a bit more pressure to Coldest Pillow. I'll be back in the lead. Coldest Pillow, last break was a driving, I think. Plenty of balls are going in this time. And once again, at this stage in the tournament, when you have a table like this where, let's be honest, there's not any real major problems other than the fact you've got dodgy balls near the rail, especially that yellow. It's all about getting there. And that other yellow in the rail there, a wee bit tricky as well. I think I would tend to favour the reds here. Excuse me, I keep forgetting to mute the button. Well, he's gone for yellows. So now that means he's got to get very good position on 2 yellows to get out of here. And I mean something that's a shallowish angle where you can just roll that yellow down the rail or roll the one along the short rail up top, because you can't be forcing any of these into these pockets. They won't go. So he's got to get really good on them. And the other problem, of course, also is that one there, because that ain't going anywhere. And I think he's already in trouble here. Well, that's nudged one of Albie's reds in out the way. He's got a shot on the yellow. However, he's still got 2 dodgy yellows to deal with. And now I think he's blocked off. Yeah, he can't get the one in the rail. Cue ball's running loose here. Unless he tries to drag the pace off it. It's going to be no man's land for this cue ball. Well, like I said, it's going to be no man's land. I mean, he's right over the red. He can't see the other yellow. So this is a positional shot here in terms of just moving that yellow into a better spot. But he doesn't really want it to go in. Well, it's gone in, and now he's in trouble. He's in big trouble. This will be some cut in this yellow, I'll tell you that right now. And he might be hooked on the 8 ball as well. I mean, even if he gets this in. Well, like I said, he would have been hooked in the 8 ball, commentator's eye. But Albinario now has the puzzle of dealing with this setup. Now, the first thing he'll do is try and probably nail Coldest pillow. The problem is he's not preventing him. He's got to do something that prevents him having an easy kick. And even if he does kick it in, that yellow, there's no way he's going to be guaranteed he'll have any sort of shot in the 8 ball. Now, that's a good shot because that's blocked all the kick angle up and down there. You know, it cuts out a lot of room to manoeuvre the cue ball to get to that yellow. So whatever he does, he's going to have to spin this up, or he's going to have to massey this big massey at such a short distance around that red. That's too much, I think. Well, he's trying to go, what, 3 rails here. Good luck with this shot. I think he'd be better off in a go at a massey, because he's not going to have a shot in the 8 ball. So Albinario has the free shot. Now, if I was Albinario, I would actually play the free shot, knocking that 8 ball onto the yellow. And I think that's what he's going to do, or is he going to just bank it out? Yeah, that clears the pocket. Now, he might want to take this one. Is he on that one there? No, he isn't. Nope, he can't get it. This is tricky. Right, well that's very well done, because now he's got the angle. He's got enough angle to control the cue ball and get behind this red down the rail. Oh, he doesn't want to go way inside. Well, now he's got to think about controlling the cue ball again. And this is what adds to the difficulty of the shot. And he's holding the line, no problem. Welcome to it. Happy New Year to you. Look, you caught the dreaded lurgy. I've got it back again. That's what I was saying to the guys earlier on. I've got it actually just as bad and worse than what I did. I just cannot get rid of the damn thing. Well, the bad news for Coldest Pillow is Albinario has stolen his break again for a 2-rack lead. And he's had a ball. You know, I was at the point of recovery, and I went downhill again yesterday afternoon. And that's on top of the cough that I've now got. Anyway, I think Coldest Pillow's got bigger problems than a chesty cough at the moment. So is it a sexually transmitted lurgy that Witt's got? So Albinario on the yellows, a bit straight, but plays the bump to get rid of the red that's causing the problem with his other yellow. but still a couple of good shots needed playing here by Albinario to get out. Now it's suddenly got difficult. Now if he plays the cut, which he's going to do on that yellow, he's coming across to the side rail and he's going to leave a cut in this other yellow.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, now, I mean, he can just roll forward and leave a straightish 8 ball like that, pretty much straight. Well, he might have broke the back of this match here. From 3 apiece, it's now 3 in a row. And 6-3 to Albinario, and the pressure's ramped up. Double time here for Coldest Pillow. Needs a good table, needs a comfortable table to get out. And, well, the red goes, no problem there. My biggest concern would be getting to that one very quickly. Now, he's got too much angle in this one, but he can start fizzing the cue ball up if he's not to try and do something. But this is going to be the nail in the coffin if he can't get that. He's got to deal with that problem ball. Big shot, but it's a rack winner if he gets it. He's still okay. This is the thing about, you know, seeing where your problem lies. How easy is it to get the path to the problem ball and taking the initiative fairly early on as soon as you can to deal with the situation. This is still no gimme, this 8 ball. But this to stay in touch. Never a doubt. But the break is back with Albinario. A 9 ball league and shooters pool is there. I didn't even know they had a league up and running there. As I say, I only drop in every month or two and have a quick look around. See if they've actually put the chat back in it. And then when I find out they haven't, I just bail out. There's nothing to look at. You can't look at the forum anymore. It's getting just as depressing as VP4 is, to be honest with you, except it's a lot busier. Anyway, Albinario on the reds. And the big problem for Albinario is he doesn't really want to open up those 2 reds and the yellow up top. That's his sort of bailout for the time being. Well, I don't know that he wanted that to go in. I'm not so certain he wanted that to go in. Well, that's not a bad effort, I think. I think that's pretty good. And the main thing Albinario was making sure is that Coldest Pillow couldn't play this yellow in any sort of way. No, he didn't want to do that though. Again, he's just giving himself a bigger headache here at Coldest Pillow. Okay, it doesn't help either of them. But like Albinario there taking immediate opportunity to improve the situation. And he has done. I think he's got the cut on here. He's going to have to get a lucky roll here in how this comes out. And he's got it. When that 8 ball passes the yellow into the corner, I mean, he's got half a pocket. But it definitely goes. Well, this is the cold and flu time of year anyway. All this damp, cold weather and everybody out shopping, getting all the diseases and all the shoppers round about you. That's where I probably picked this up. Well, it's looking grim now for Coldest Pillow, unless he can get a quick turnaround, but it needs to be very quick. And worse things happen. He's in another dry break. Just when you need something to go your way, ain't getting it. And that bumps the red out the way. And he's still got a pot. 8 ball now freed up. All out for the kill. Well, where's this going to go wrong? I mean, he could take those 2 yellows up there where he was sitting right there. He can do it from this side as well, just needs to hold the cue ball back. But got to get out into the table for that one, into the middle or into one of the corners. It's more than likely going to be in the side pocket now. He's got to get out far enough though. That's perfect. All he's doing is rolling to the rail and a roll up the rail on the 8 ball, and he's on the hill. Well, maybe things could have turned out different if Coldest Pillow had that first rack under his belt when he had those opportunities. And Albinario has got a couple of balls again, and I think it's going to be reds. And if you can see that red up top, that is. Maybe not. No, you can't. He can play the combo though. Oh, he can play the other one, so he's still fine. So it's a game, set and match here. Now Albi's got to nip around the back here of this red. But this is all over. It takes a lot more to beat Albinario. You've got to be on your game. And you've got to cut out self-inflicted damage. And you've also got to get a bit of help from the break as well, which Coldest Pillow didn't really get on a number of occasions. Albinario's now the man on a mission. Trying to defend his title. And he's on the roll to do it. It's a 9-4 win for Albinario against Coldest Pillow. And Albi marches on. So now, Matt knows who his opponent is. The schedule is now clear. And we have a semi-final match line-up between Albinario and MC Clacky. Now, Coldest Pillow, of course, was trying to win a first title in these championships, in any championships in VP4. Matt is another one. And Albinario is the big blocker to prevent that happening. Because Albinario's got bigger fish on his menu. He's looking for revenge on semi-pro and looking to regain his title. The deadline is January the 7th, so they've got 6 days to get arranged to get the match played. And the final, the deadline for it, when's the deadline for the final? January the 12th. So that will be this tournament done, and of course 3 days after that, the start of the 10 ball. So there's still 4 spots left in it. It should be full by then anyway. I'm still saying it'll be full. So well done to Albinario. And who's going to stop semi-pro winning this? Is it going to be Albi? Is it going to be Matt out for his first go at the title? Or at least winning one anyway. He's had a close go at winning one. But you've got to beat the best to be the best, and that's the problem with this game. You're up against semi-pro, who's certainly more familiar with the black ball than most players in the tournament. Big ask for Matt, but nothing to lose. Got to get a roll of the ball either way. A wee bit of a favour now and again. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to pack in before I lose my voice all. I can't stop coughing now, guys. I'll see you later. Take care.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.